Talk about um, zodiac, the sign of the zodiac, the signs, and their karma, luck, and spirituality readings. Starting with the sign of Aries. Aries life overview. Aries is destined for big things being ruled by Mars. That's why many of them um, go on to become president. They aim to be more, to be a symbol of power, like the recent Brazilian president Bolsonaro is Aries. The who else? Hitler was in Aries. Who else? Saddam was Aries. Who else? The president of Philippines, that Rodrigo Duterte, also that violin was in Aries. So is the symbol is a goat. Some idiot says a womb, but it's not a womb, it's a goat. Okay, it's a goat, not a womb. So because they are ruled by Mars, it means you have the initiative and drive to achieve whatever it is whatever it is you want, and enjoy power as well as prestige. Yeah, I guess so. So let's see the karma. The artist is karma and destiny. Aries past and future lives. The past and future lives are ruled by the ninth and 50 houses respectively. A careful analysis of these houses tell us where they have been, what is the karmic lapses are, and what as a result of this life they are likely to achieve, and to where they might go as in the future incarnations. This is called transmigration, and the north and south nodes also reveal much about this part of the journey. According to the ninth house in your horoscope, and their horoscope, which is ruled by Sagittarius, the past life was under the influence of Jupiter and this star sign. As a result, they have a spiritual disposition, like to be fair and have an expensive mind. They love to spend. Aries is all about spend without thinking twice. I know because I have a moon and Aries, and my sun also, and just like to spend. It's just like spend it thrift. My daughter also have a ex-husband who was also spend it thrift. Sun and Aries. Your 50th house is ruled by Leo, and this indicates your future life, which is ruled by the Sun. Aries of a bright future and can do well in many different areas depending on which path they choose. Aries thinking in destiny. They say as a man thinketh, so he becomes, is the core idea in this segment. What you think becomes a reality. Not always. That's not that simple here on earth. Understanding this law means becoming fully conscious about what is going on in your mind, not brain mind. This is easily done as long as you can maintain a level of awareness in observer mode, so to speak, in which you are aware and see thoughts passing by, much like clouds before the sun. Practicing this observation will become easy in time, and will begin to recognize those patterns of thinking, either good or bad, that you are continually projecting in, thereby creating your reality. In other words, to change your destiny, change your thinking. It's not always that simple. Your thinking is ruled by the sign of Gemini and indicates that you have a diverse range of interests, but may sometimes disperse yourself, being unable to focus in one thing. Yeah, they kind of get confused. This irresolutency must be curbed, and if you can do so, you will be able to focus on your desired goal in life. Remedial measures and spiritual exercises have been expounded by ancient astrological and spiritual authorities to help you overcome negative patterns of karma, to increase your opportunities, to attract the relationships, possession, power, wealth, and health. In this segment, we'll look at these techniques to your specific star sign, like to overcome your both karmic patterns and start to enhance your luck. So, Aries, luck and attraction. Remedial measures and spiritual exercises have been expounded by ancient astrological and spiritual authorities to help you overcome negative patterns of karma, to increase your opportunities, to attract the relationships, position. Aries, like Jupiter and Venus, give us clear insights into how lucky you are, as well as that in the zodiac called the North Node, and this its position at the time you were born will give us keen insight into just how lucky you are. Sometimes you wonder why there are some born lucky and others not as lucky. In fact, this is what is known as karma to a large extent. Screw karma to hell if it. Please see the section on karma to gain more insight on this part of your reading. If you have an accumulation of good karma, nonsense. Nobody has karma because you don't remember. The karma that you have is here. Here do, here pay. It's quite likely that in this life you will attract the good luck and find yourself in the right place at the right time. Aries lucky gems. Each and every star sign possesses characteristic energy, and this resonates with the gemstones, metals, and colors. Understanding which gems resonate with which star signs can help you to choose the appropriate jewelry for enhancing your life and improve your luck in every department of our existence. Red coral is the gemstone of Mars. It has qualities which stimulate passion and can encourage the surfacing and expression of intense emotions. This can be a powerful aid in processing suppressed painful emotions which left unexpressed would cause psychological and physical stress. Bringing this emotion to the surface helps to process and let it go of them and begin the process of healing and damage that they have caused. Red coral shares some common ground with ruby in that it helps to amplify determination, motivation, and the will to act and put things into motion. It stimulates our drives and desires and can amplify the force and power of our intentions and efforts. Physically, red coral can be used to stimulate and heat the blood and to give a boost to sexual energy. Keep it away from me. In conjunction with the right intention, it can help us stand firm in matters of self-discipline. It can also give us strength when standing for our beliefs and principles during intense social interactions. Of course, these energies must be balanced, as they have the potential to make us impulsive and perhaps make rash decisions and become aggressive if we allow our ego and masculine energies to dominate. Yeah. So now Aries self-empowerment. So yeah, Aries spirituality. Basically, the higher self is part of our nature, which is the one that is aware. Often we are caught up in our thoughts, emotions, and the heat of the moment. The circumstances of life that are going on around us all the time, and therefore we tend to become disconnected to that part of ourselves. Our higher self. This segment will talk about what that higher self means you specifically for your star sign and how to become more aware of it. Your higher self or spiritual being is best attained by vigorous activity, sports, and throwing yourself in something that gives you freedom and independency to express yourself creatively at spiritual path. There are broadly four main paths to spiritual liberation or self-actualization. The first is based upon selfless action or karma yoga. The second on devotional activities, the third through the physical practice of self-control and yoga, and the last is the intellectual path. Depending on which sign of the zodiac you are, it will determine your easiest and most natural path of spiritual activity. There is no point going against the tide in this matter. If you are an emotional temperament, an example, if you have an emotional temperament, you will find interaction rather tedious. On the other hand, if you are an active part kind of person, sitting cross-legged for hours every day will leave you exhausted. Yeah, that's so true. It's at least on Aries people, because Aries people like to be on the going. They walk very fast. They like sport. They like to climb. They are so very hype and active. On your journey, you really need to question how you have been approaching the issue of God. Philosophy or religion, keep in mind your inclination. Aries is not very religious. They are more towards the atheist side. Self-actualization, alignment, and deep abiding peace and wisdom associated with your specific star sign. The ninth house of your horoscope is ruled by Sagittarius and indicates an expansive mind, but this should also be blended with your 12th house of selfless service, which is ruled by the sign of Pisces. The sign of Pisces is less selfish. No. Pisces can be very, very selfish. But of course, unless if you have maybe Aries in Pisces, because I had a sister who, I don't know, she says that she's Pisces, but she's rather was Aries, and she like to eat very fast. And I guess that, yeah, she was Aries also, and she was rather selfish. Less selfish, and Aries more giving and compassionate. No, the Pisces can be very selfish and stingy. The greater the chances of obtaining spiritual awareness and ultimately self-realization. Aries is less selfish and stingy than Pisces people. Aries lucky guardian angel. A little known fact is that each of the zodiac signs and planets are ruled by angelic forces. These angelic forces can be called upon to help and can guide you through difficult times. Aries, guided by the angel Malachidel, calling on the support and guidance of Malachidel, can assist you with the energy of the sun, bestowing courage and hope to help you through the challenges of life, the willpower to take the next step and push forward. Fear can distort your clarity of mind and heart, which can make you destructive towards others and towards yourself. Yeah, and there's a trait about Mars. Oh, about Aries. They have this tendency of be self-destructive, and also a lot of anger, pent-up anger in there, can be very, very violent. Cultivate courage, which Malahadel can assist you with, will help you to overcome this fear and become a creative force of love, beauty, and harmony. Malahadel can help you find the stamina to endure through hardship and keep the faith that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. When you cultivate the strength, confidence, and courage that Malahadel helps you to find within yourself, you can rise above a competitive outlook and find love for the people around you. Malahadel also helps you find the courage to express your love to others and to take the first step in a new venture. Because there's one thing about Aries, it's very hard for them to show emotions. The Nancy house of the horoscope, the only emotion that they show more is aggressiveness. They can be very friendly. Don't take me wrong, they can be very friendly and are very also sometimes also like how to say careless if finances. If they want to share, they do share with you. They don't care about you take their things, you can borrow the things or take their things, they don't care. Because they are a bit careless, Aries are careless. However, they can be a bit like aloof and a bit very selfish. The ninth house of the horoscope regulates on spiritual journey, and in this case Sagittarius rules your meditation and higher development. Sagittarius is an outgoing sign, and this therefore means that sitting down cross-legged for hours on end contemplating your inner chakra is not going to work particularly well for you, Aries. Aries as well as Sagittarius are fine signs, and you therefore need action. Yeah, that's true. Need always to be on the go in a very fast mobility in a sense of physical achievement. Yeah, yoga, exercise. Like I need a lot of exercise in outdoors. Otherwise, I get very, very worked up and anxious and nervous. Sports and other physical and competitive activities are perfect to help extinguish the excessive fire element within you. Yeah, and I got two on my card, on my zodiacal card, which is I have two fires, Leo and ascendant, and Aries and the moon. Once you are able to eliminate this aggressiveness, and also I got what Pluto. I guess Pluto is in Sagittarius. So I got three fire. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Once you are able to eliminate this aggressive and often overwhelm energy and power, your mind will become still and you will then not only be in a position to perform traditional meditation, but may even find the physical action of sport and competitive interaction meditation itself. Technology to control them. Aries, difficult planets and ritual technologies to control them. Ritual technology is something which is not often understood, but with the right techniques, rituals and spells, this can be utilized by you for any number of purposes. And this segment will show you rituals for turning your life around. Rituals are shown by the 50, 80, 90, and 12 houses of the horoscope. The difficult planets in your horoscope are Venus, Mercury, and Saturn. Ooh, these planets need to be appeased, and this can be done through ritual technologies, including fire ceremonies for the 9 planets, charities on Friday. Ooh, that's good. I love charities. Wednesday and Saturday as well. The feeding the sick and the poor. Oh, I love that. Wednesday and Saturday and Friday. Feeding the sick and the poor. I love this kind of job. And the animals. My priority are animals. In Aries is and their mission is to take care of the animals. You know, Virgo. I have sun in Virgo, and it's more towards the 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 flora, the plants, trees, etc. Aries is animals, and since I got the two, so I become the like um a mini guardian of the animals and the plants, like to help them a lot. And that this my weakness see plants and animals. I just love. Mercury is particularly responsive to charities done on Wednesday to young children as orphans with offerings of green clothes and gifts. That's wonderful. Really, really wonderful. I cannot think about living life without that. This is what's lacking in my life because I don't have the opportunity. Aries symbols, mandalas, and talisman. Special visual symbols can be useful in overcoming difficulties in life, and depending on your specific problem, we can arrange to have a special talisman made for you, which is imbued with the power of the planet which is luckiest for you. This can be a combination of Mars, the Sun, and Jupiter, which are your luckiest planets. Some Vedic yantras can also be made on request. And that's about it for Aries. And the next will be watch out for Taurus. Yeah, I guess Taurus the next. Yeah, Taurus will be the next.